This trip is gonna be good. I can't wait.
A trip? What do you mean? Like, a day trip?
Nah, longer than a day trip.
Well, there's no way I can go. Did you forget that the baby is due this month? It's only a few more weeks until the due date.
How can I forget? All I see is that massive stomach every day. You look like a whale. This trip isn't with you. I would have told you about that if that were the case. This is a trip for me. You know, with the baby coming and everything, I won't have many chances to get away. I've got to take the chance while I can and get away for a little while, for my sanity.
A little while? How long are you actually planning on going? And who are you going with? Friends? Or by yourself?
Is that really important? I'll go and come back, that's all you need to know.
Wait, so you won't tell me who you're going with?
Who I'm going with doesn't really concern you because you won't be coming on the trip. If you were coming, I would fill you in on all the details, but in this situation you should definitely just take it easy at home. I'll go off on a short trip, come back, and the baby will probably be due. The timing will be perfect, I bet.
Jimmy, the due date is 7 days away, but it's not unheard of for the baby to come early. What if the baby comes early and you're not here? Also, with the heavy snow lately, there's no way I can get to the hospital without you. I really think you should reconsider this trip or whatever you're calling it.
What's the chance of that happening? Like, 1%? There's no way it's coming early. Besides, you'll be able to figure it out, you're a big girl.
Why would you say something like that? Honestly, if I really get stranded, I'm going to have to take a taxi.
Don't take a taxi. You know how expensive those are? We're not made of money, you know. Just get your friend to drive you.
This is crazy. Honestly, why are you going on a trip so close to the baby's birth?
I've been planning this trip for a while, Elise. It's something I've been really looking forward to. The timing now is the best it could be. Like I said, it's gonna get really crazy and hectic after the baby comes. Now's my only chance.
The timing isn't good at all though. I wish you would consider me and the new baby a little bit more. It's totally irresponsible to be heading out on a trip at this time.
What do you want me to do? Rub your feet? Cook up pasta dinners for you? I've been doing all that and frankly, I'm getting a bit tired of it. I know pregnant women need to eat, but you've been really ballooning up. Like, I think you might have gone a bit overboard with the big appetite.
Are you insulting me? You know I need to eat extra to feed the baby, right? I guess you wouldn't know because you don't have a child growing in your stomach.
Geez, can't you take a joke? It's normal to gain a bit of weight, but... never mind.
Have you talked to your mother? It seems like your father isn't doing very well at all. His health is really suffering.
Yeah, I know. I talked to her.
So, you really think that now is a good time for a trip?
Between you and me, the sooner the old man croaks, the sooner I'll get that inheritance money. We've talked about how nice that money is gonna be for us. Maybe we can get that hot tub you've always wanted.
What? We've never talked about anything like that.
That's one of the reasons I booked this trip. It's quite a nice hotel. It even has champagne service.
I can't believe you. How can you be so inconsiderate? Your dad is not doing well at all and you're already thinking about money?
You and your mother keep telling me save money for the baby this, put aside money for the future that. Now's my only chance to spend a little on me. You understand too, right? It can't all be hard work, there's gotta be some play too. All work and no play makes Jimmy a dull boy.
That's selfishness. Where did that come from? You used to be so kind. To me, my mother, everyone. You've really changed lately. Taking an extravagant trip and staying in a nice hotel when your father is sick and you've got a baby on the way? I think you need your head checked.
You don't understand me at all. I'm the one earning the money which pays for the house, food, the car, everything. Where's the appreciation? Where's the respect? Is that too much to ask? After all I do for you, you just criticize me and complain that I'm doing the wrong thing. Don't you think a break is good? Work-life balance, remember?
I'm only criticizing you because what you're doing is completely out of line.
All right then. I don't think you'll ever understand my way of thinking. You tell me to think more of you, but I think you need to reassess your priorities. If we got divorced, you would be in a bad spot, Elise. Remember that, okay?
Unreal, Jimmy. You've honestly changed. I don't even know who you're going on this trip with. That's not shady at all.
I told you, that's not important. It doesn't concern you. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know I'm going, and there's nothing you can do to change my mind now. One more thing. Do you think you could lose some weight after the baby is born? I'm having a hard time finding you attractive with this extra weight.
Shut up. You've said enough. I'm not gonna let you go on this trip. I'm calling your mother.
The next day.
What? Did you shove me in the storage shed? The doors are locked.
I had to do it, Elise. I'm sorry, but you were just getting on my case too much. You would have never let me go on this trip.
Whatever. I don't care about that trip. Let me out of here, it's cold. It's gonna keep snowing tonight and might get dangerous. This is serious, Jimmy.
Yeah, well maybe you should have thought of that before you started calling me all those names. Inconsiderate, irresponsible. Those names don't feel nice, do they? And there's a window in there, right? It's insulated too, so it shouldn't be that bad. Just enjoy the lovely scenery as the snow falls.
There's not even a heater in here. This is nuts. You're nuts. I really can't believe you took it this far.
Well, just take the night in there to recollect your thoughts. Then, maybe when I come back tomorrow you'll be able to treat me a bit kinder. Like a husband should be treated.
Your reasoning is totally backwards. I really can't take this. You locked me in our storage shack with no heater, no food, nothing. I might die, literally.
Don't overreact, Elise, you'll be okay. Just take some time to think, and I really feel that you will come out of this with a better idea of all that I provide for our family. And hopefully a bit more respect for me. Remember, a good wife should follow and obey her husband. That's the way she learns how to act and behave in public. It's common knowledge.
All right, Jimmy. I'm thinking about what you've said, and I think I can understand. You just want a little more respect, and to feel appreciated. I understand that. That's a very normal human feeling. I can definitely relate. So, would you please just let me out of here? It's honestly getting really cold.
Huh? I just said I'm coming back tomorrow. You can take some more time to think about it. I'm already out the door. Actually, I'm pretty late meeting my friend. I should have been at the meetup spot ages ago.
Are you serious? You're really gonna leave me in this storage shed? What the hell is the matter with you?
Take your time to think and I'll be back by tomorrow. Okay? See ya.
No answer. Jimmy. This is not safe for the baby. Think about the baby.
A few minutes later.
Elise, how are you feeling? I know the due date for the baby is coming up, so I thought I should call. But I need to let you know that Robert is not doing very well. I think that it would be best if you and Jimmy came here tonight, just to see him. I sent a message to Jimmy, but for some reason he didn't answer.
Jane. Thank God. I don't have good reception in here, but I need your help. I'm in a storage shed outside of our house. You gotta get the key and get me out of here, quick.
What? Where is Jimmy? He's not with you?
No, he's not. He went on a trip. I'll tell you more later, just come.
What? You mean the shed outside? You'll freeze in there. What do you mean a trip? At a time like this? That's crazy.
Yeah. He was talking about the inheritance money. That's why he decided to spring for a high-class hotel. I actually don't know who he with, he wouldn't tell me.
Oh my God. My own son did that? I'm so sorry, Elise. I can't say how mortified I am to hear that.
Jane, my phone battery is gonna die soon. It's cold too, my fingers are already cramping up. It's hard to type messages.
I'm sorry, Elise. I'll be on my way.
Please come. I'll fill you in more later. My phone's gonna die.
All right, I'm heading right over now. I'll bring Tom too, he can help if we run into any problems. Is the gate open? We should be able to get in, right? Elise, are you there? Elise.
The next day.
I'm on my way back. After we talked yesterday morning, I didn't hear anything from you. What happened? I thought about it after. Locking you in the storage shed might have been going a bit overboard. I'm sorry about that, I just got a bit heated, that's all. How's everything going anyway? Were you able to think a bit about us? And, you know, how you need to respect me.
Get over to the house, Jimmy. Right now. We're all waiting for you.
Huh? Who's all waiting? Elise, what's going on?
This isn't Elise, Jimmy. This is your mother. I know what you did. Locking your pregnant wife in a storage shed. During a snowstorm, no less. What were you thinking about going away on a trip at this time? Honestly, I am out of words to say to you.
Mom? Why are you using Elise's phone?
Jimmy, you need to take responsibility for what you did. You really, really messed up this time, and I honestly don't know how you're going to get out of it.
Is everything okay with Elise? Nothing bad happened, right? And who's all gathered at the house? What happened?
Enough. Get over to the house now. I'll explain the situation to you after you get here. I'd rather not say it over the phone. The whole family is here, Jimmy. They know what you did. How you went on a trip right when your father was very sick. They all know how you locked your pregnant wife in that storage shed.
Listen, Mom, I have a good reason for all of this. You don't even know the full story. Don't go jumping to conclusions and giving everyone the wrong idea now.
Fine, when you're here, we can talk. Directly. Anyway, we are all waiting for you to get here. Come soon.
3 days later.
Elise, are you okay? I was really worried. I'm glad that everything turned out okay.
Huh? What do you want? Don't pretend to worry about me. I don't need your fake sympathy.
I'm not just saying it, I was really worried. I kept thinking about you, even after I went on that trip.
Oh, is that so? That's why you ignored those texts from me and your family? You must have been really worried.
No, I would have replied, just the reception was bad. I really wanted to, believe me.
Wow, your tune sure has changed. It's too late though. Perhaps if you really had checked your phone, you could have properly said goodbye to your father. You know that he passed away just hours after you went on that trip. You missed your final chance to say goodbye to him.
I know. I went to my parents' house and all of the family were waiting there. They were all really sad. Super gloomy atmosphere.
You don't seem too choked up about it.
Nonsense. I care a lot. Like I care about you too. By the way, how's the baby?
I told you, don't ask about me. How was your little getaway with Charlotte?
Huh? What are you talking about?
That's who you went with, isn't it? Charlotte Richardson, I think it was. When your father passed, your mother called the hotel to get a hold of you, and the hotel staff told her the name of your partner.
Why did she call the hotel? That's supposed to be my private trip. What is she doing butting into my business? Besides, it was a business trip. Charlotte is my coworker, and we were meeting customers there.
Oh yeah? So that's why you were saying I deserve to have some fun and I need some me time. Not to mention that champagne service. That really sounds like a lot of business.
You don't know, Elise. You weren't there. I did plenty of business.
It doesn't matter. We're getting a divorce.
What? You don't mean that, do you?
This past week, you really showed your true colors. I found out who you really are. Someone who is heartless and only cares about himself. Locking me in the storage shed, not picking up the phone calls from your family when your father was deathly ill? Unforgivable.
But you're pregnant with our baby, Elise. We are going to start a family, like we've always talked about.
Why would I want to start a family with a piece of garbage like you? You're dead to me, Jimmy.
Well, I admit that locking you in that storage shed might have been a bit overkill. I never thought that it would drop below zero either. That was a real surprise to me. So, like I said, I'm really, really glad you are okay.
It's too late to apologize. Your words are pointless. Anyway, I'm not even pregnant with your child anymore.
What? Did something happen to the child?
No. The baby was born. I'm not telling you where. You're not allowed to see it.
What? Why wouldn't you tell me something that important? Remember, that is my kid as much as it is yours. I deserve to know.
You deserve to know? Okay, why didn't you stick around to see the baby be born? Oh yeah, you were away cheating on me with your coworker. Not that I care. After this, we're done, and I am going to do my best to raise this baby. Alone.
What? As the father, I demand to see him.
It's actually a little girl. After the divorce goes through, you're going to need to pay child support. I've already got a list of other expenses that I'm going to have a lawyer look at. Raising a child as a single mother isn't easy, but it's better than raising her with you.
Elise, is this some kind of dark, twisted joke? Like, if this is true, I really can't take it. I need to see her. She's my daughter, for God's sake.
It's not a joke. This shouldn't even be a surprise to you. Your mother totally understands too. She's on my side in this.
My mother? Why is she even involved in this? You should have told me first.
Well, after you locked me in that shed, I had to ask your mother and brother to let me out. Luckily, they saved me before it got too freezing in there. But after that, I talked to your mother for a long time. We discussed the truly inconsiderate things you had done, and she decided to have you written out of the will.
What? Written out of the will? Stop it. What are you saying, Elise? That was supposed to be my inheritance money, but you had to go and mess with it. I'm really gonna get you back for this.
Is that a threat? Anyway, don't blame me. It was your family's decision. They decided as a group, as far as I know.
No, no, no. I have a right to that money. I am his son in blood. What the hell? How did it come to this?
The family came to the decision, and I think it is a fair one, considering what you did. Your mother also very considerately offered a small sum of money to me to raise the child. She was absolutely heartbroken by the whole situation. Which is totally understandable.
Elise, let's talk about this. This whole situation is getting way out of hand.
I don't want to ever hear your annoying voice again. You gotta go be alone for a long time and think about what you've done. Go live in that storage shed, you heartless troll. After giving birth to a beautiful baby girl, I contacted Jimmy's mother, who prevented Jimmy from going to the hospital and seeing the new baby. Then I decided to spend some time with my family. My parents helped me out a lot with the baby while I figured out where to go from there. Jimmy, on the other hand, was truly shocked by the fact he didn't receive anything from his father's inheritance. But what was worse was that, after this situation, his entire family alienated him by ignoring his calls and messages. Predictably, the woman who Jimmy had been seeing on the side found out that he had a wife and immediately left him. The rumor quickly spread around the office as well, leading to some pretty awkward months after his return from the whole fiasco. The atmosphere at his workplace, in fact, got so bad that he chose to quit and find a new job back in his smaller, rural hometown. There, he lived a lonely life, not being able to see either his young daughter nor his family, who had neglected him. It was almost as if he too were trapped in a storage shed of his very own.